So, hi Michelle. Right now we're filming People Behind the Brand Stay Home Save Lives edition. So I just want to ask if you could just let people know what your name is and what your job title is.
Hi, my name's Michelle Roberts and I'm actually a tutor at the Burslem office for Pathway Group.
And what kind of courses do you deliver?
I deliver PDE, which is Personal Development for Employability Skills, customer service, and recently I've just started delivering warehouse cleaning, hospitality. I can do business admin as well and functional skills, so obviously do quite a bit.
You do. You're quite all rounder.
Yeah, jack of all trades, master of none.
That's what we love. So how has COVID kind of changed the way you work since working from home and everything?
Yeah, well,
I think for everyone, it's different for everyone, isn't it? So I just like to know from your.
yeah. Obviously, I'm used to being in a classroom with students literally in front of me.
Yeah.
So in that respect, it is harder because obviously when I've got learners actually in front of me, I can actually see what they're doing and where they're up to.
Yeah.
So at the moment, we're doing everything through Microsoft Teams. Some learners aren't able to use Microsoft Teams, so it's literally through mobiles.
Yeah.
Even using the post as well, to getting things to them. So it has changed the way, obviously, that we do things, but the learners have taken it on board. They're adapting to it really well, and they know that we're there, whenever they need any help or support as well.
Yeah, that's good. So I think it's very helpful, isn't it, having, when you're in real life, you get to like see their body language and you get to like do all things, but it's quite difficult without that. But for
And
now,
even offering support, as into the work they're doing at the time, because you can physically see it better while you're in the classroom. It is a lot easier, but it is just about adapting. Learners have got more used to doing it through Microsoft Teams, so at first, the learners might have been a bit more reserved. They are coming out themselves a little bit more, especially the more that you do it. So most courses are usually sort of 2 weeks, so they're very different at the end of the 2 weeks than what they are at the beginning.
That's really, that's what I like to hear. It's really nice.
So it just means they are adapting to it. They are finding it, okay. And they know that the support's there for them, as they need any additional support, really.
Yeah, it's great to see that we have adapted, and even how we have adapted, we're still changing lives, aren't we?
Oh yeah.
We're in lockdown. Have you learned any new skills, a new hobby, a new anything that you've gotten to learn? A hobby or anything?
Not particularly a hobby. But I've been doing a lot more stuff at home, trying to do a bit more decorating, or even sort of gardening, those sort of things. Recently got a pup, so spending a lot more time. It's not actually ours; it's my son's, who's moved back home with us. So we've got a 6-month-old German Shepherd, so that's quite entertaining. But yeah, it's just keeping yourself busy, because obviously it's really different to just being at work, just suddenly not being allowed to sort of to go where you want, really. But yeah, no, it's okay.
That's good. So do you have any how do you keep a scheduled routine? It's definitely different. So how's your way of keeping your routine and schedule?
For me, I have to try and be as organised as possible. I have to know what I'm doing, because otherwise, if I don't, I can be flitting from one thing to another. So I do make sure that obviously I set myself a timetable almost of how I'm doing things. That sort of really does help. It is about making sure as well that just doing the silly things like getting dressed, making sure that you're doing your hair, things that you necessarily do for take for granted, if you like.
It's the little things, isn't it?
Definitely, and you soon get into that habit of not doing things. So it is about about making sure that you've got somewhere to work from, making sure you've got everything that you need.
It's just making sure to have that kind of normality.
Yes.
Per se.
Yeah.
Everything like to get dressed.
Yeah.
Or, you know.
Yeah, and trying to sort of start at the same sort of times as well, just to make sure that you're keeping in that routine as much as you can, really.
So how has Pathway Group supported you during all this, you know, lockdown?
Yeah, no, obviously support has been there. We've started doing the all team staff meeting once a week, haven't we? Which has been good because obviously it lets us see how everybody else is coping. Different ideas are coming through. Obviously, we're doing bits of training on there as well. The IT guys have obviously made sure, everybody's okay, that they've got everything that they need, and just to know that there's support there. And then obviously we've got our own individual teams as well, and it's just about keeping in contact with everybody and making sure that everyone's okay.
Yeah, would you have any tips and advice for, you know, people who are struggling from working from home?
It's just about trying to be as organised as possible, stick to a routine as much as you can. Make an area your space for working. Not everybody's lucky enough to have an office or even a desk. I've had to confiscate the dining room table. So, you know, that's it, isn't it? But it's keeping all your stuff together, having somewhere that you can work from, and just trying to sort of keep away from everybody, just have that dedicated space.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if there's other people in the house, so for me, I'm the only one working. Yeah, I'm the only one working. My son and my husband have been furloughed. Yeah. So yeah, it is about trying to keep, you know, just a bit of space.
Yeah, kind of separate it. Yeah. I'm here to work in this area, and then once I leave, it's back to, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Home. So that's what I do as well. Is I have the dining table all to myself, and for the whole day, I just tell my family that, you know, I'm in this living room for the whole day.
Exactly.
Just come in and have something important.
It is about keeping in contact with people as well. I found that's really helped. I mean, could you imagine if this had happened, say, 15, 20 years ago? The technology we've got today that has enabled us to keep in contact with everybody. It would have been a very different story if we didn't have, you know, social media, we didn't have Microsoft Teams. Just keeping in contact is so much easier nowadays, isn't it? So
we're very lucky to
be definitely. Very grateful for that.
So I'd just like to thank you, Michelle, for, you know, coming over virtually and having a quick chat with me about
that's fine.
everything that's happened. So I just want to thank you for talking, having a chat.
No, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Times have changed. We're here to support our learners, to continue towards your goals, and everything starts with a conversation. So let's talk about it.